Hey again, welcome back to Organic Life. I'm Dan and we're here on the rooftop. This is my flatmate Constantine. So hello, he's having a rather late breakfast at about 10 to 1 in the afternoon. Beautiful day. Today we are talking about mulch, and whether you've got a big garden or whether you've got a little pot garden like mine up on your rooftop, mulch is really important. I'll show you why. So you can see some of these pots here, and there's some kale. And that's already got some mulch in it, and I'm going to take it and show you where I got this mulch in just a second. This one has no mulch. On top, it's got a lot of water though. On top you can maybe see a bit of the organic fertiliser that's in there. Now mulch is really important because what it does is it helps maintain soil temperature and maintain soil moisture content, which is really, really important. You can see this one, I potted him yesterday, and that soil on top, it's got a lot of water coming out the bottom, but the soil on top is really dry. And the other good thing about mulch is it's carbon, and we're carbon, there's carbon in the air, and of course plants are carbon like us, they're carbon-based creatures. So carbon's really important. That will eventually break down and become part of the soil and make really healthy soil, which means really healthy plants. Now, I'm going to show you where you can get your own mulch for free. Okay, so we're out on the road now. We're out on the footpath anyway, on the verge, and I'm just taking you around, so we've got to be very quiet because this is my secret little garden. Now, this is a reason why you need mulch, and why the quality of your soil is so important. These are some pumpkins that I just threw in, and as you can see, they're suffering a little, and that's probably because the quality of the soil here, well, we've got this enormous palm tree here, and there's not just one of them. There's one there, and there's one there, and there's a few around, and they are sucking a lot of the nutrients, if not all of the nutrients, out of this soil. So there's a bit of mulch here, but you know, it's pretty dry, and if you look at the quality of this soil, it's just sand, really. There's nothing really much happening there. So what I've tried to do is just bring down a bit of organic compost, which I've made, and that's actually below the surface there of the mulch. This is some broccoli that I put in about 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm coming down every day and I'm giving these guys a water. These ones, well, it's a lesson, you know, it's just an experience, and I've learned that the soil here is not so good, so I'm going to try and build it. And once I've built some good soil, then I can plant straight into it. Now, mulch, there it is. Look at that. That is beautiful mulch, and it's sitting here. Now the important thing is don't take too much of it, because of course all these fellas here and these ladies, these are philodendrons. They're giant philodendrons, and they need that mulch as well because they want that to break down and become organic matter in the soil. At the moment it needs a lot more because it's pretty dry, pretty sandy, so it needs a bit more than that. But anyway, this is a great way of finding mulch for your garden. Now I'm just gonna, it's a big grasshopper. Look at him. He just scared the bejeebus out of me. Okay, I just want the mulch. Ah. Oh. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to grab a little bit. Now there was a big, you've got to be careful because you don't know what's going to be in here, so just make sure you take a look at what you're taking before you do. Anyway, that's a great place to find mulch. Now I'm going to just take that back, and I'll show you in a second exactly how you turn that into mulch for your garden. G'day, we're back on the rooftop, and I've got my mulch. Now remember I was telling you mulch is great because it regulates the moisture of the soil, it controls the temperature of the soil. At the moment you can see a couple of my plants here, a couple of the curly kale, they've got the mulch there, we showed you those before. This is the one that I haven't got any mulch in, so I'm just going to show you how easy it is to get that mulch in there. You just grab a little bit of your mulch, about a handful there. Now if you like, just scrunch it up and just put that around there. Now I was telling you before, the other good thing about mulch is that it adds carbon to your soil, organic matter. Now this is really good mulch because it's dry and it's going to break down really easy, so you want to make sure you keep reapplying that mulch. It'll break down, go into the soil, add carbon to the soil, make it fluffy, and you'll end up with that round, really nice brown, light, fluffy humus, which is just excellent for growing plants. So I'll go ahead and finish this, So I'm just going to tear a bit of that off, scrunch that up, and repeat that process there. A little bit more, and look, it's that easy. And there you go. Now this is mulch, that is organic mulch. It came off the street. As I said before, be gentle, don't take all of it, just take a little bit of the organic matter that's there and leave some for the rest of the plants that are existing on site. And there you go, you've got a whole bunch of mulch sitting on top of your kale, whatever plant you've got growing on your balcony or your rooftop or in your garden, and that will keep the moisture in the plant, it'll regulate that temperature, and it'll break down and become carbon and make you healthy soil, healthy plants, healthy you. This is Dan, this is Organic Life. Thanks for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of yours. I'll talk to you again soon.